How are we gonna find out? Hold it! Didn't some sort of medical... God, these whistly S's are bothering me. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, like, that was in May too. Like, the thing with all the patients dying was, like, May 2nd. And, like, our accident was, like, on the 24th. 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was, like, totally tired, so that's why, duh. Well then. Hold it! That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was 'cause the medicines, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Minnie? Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. Objection! That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Minnie's fault. Which means that as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Minnie is the one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. Well, like she said, it really doesn't matter. Hold it! She was totally tired? You mean exhausted? Yes. Pretty sure if you looked in the dictionary, exhausted. Totally tired would be there. Well, not like that, that's too informal, but still. Like, she had to talk to the police, and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? Press harder! So then why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. Ah, but, like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Minnie. Miss Minnie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay. Anyway. I like Toady Poop too, so I fell asleep in the passenger seat. Whoa, God, those whistly S's. Ugh. Hold it! The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like, it was at, like, 1 AM or so, I think. It had... Well, that was random. Sorry, guys. It had, like, a paper due. Like, really soon. Oh, she had a paper due, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and was working, like, real hard. So it's because the two of you are so tired that this accident happened. Such a shame. Hold it! And your sister? What happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was, like, totally black, and there was, like, a ton of smoke. I, like, totally had, like, no clue what was going on. Hold it! Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I, like, kept wanting to forget that time. So, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore.
Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself.
I think I, like, gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know? If it's that article, then I've already got it.
We do.
Didn't have my license, so I couldn't take over driving for her. Well, we already know that's not true, because we have your license photo. Objection! Miss Minnie, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is the photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license.
What is the meaning of this, Miss Minnie?
That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. Hey, how did you know he was perverted? Or something like that. Ouch! No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half a year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What in the...
That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Minnie did not have a driver's license. Irk.
Ow! Cry and my whip will accommodate.
Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm, like, glad you get it, but... Like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would have, like, let me drive.
Hmm?
Yow!
Don't just stand there humming to yourself.
Not you too, Mia. With the whip, and the pain, and the ow. Miss Minnie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? Was that actually the whip, or what? That's because...
I think this situation calls for more detailed testimony. Miss Minnie, if you please.
And, like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean.
She wouldn't be allowed.
Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. Alrighty.
Jeez. I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness.
I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... But what, Phoenix? Don't just cut off mid-sentence, like any mini does. Hold it! So what do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called. Permit? Wow, the big-name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is. Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Wah! Ignorance is to be whipped. I don't think that's how the saying goes. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? Of course. So we can disprove your testimony. Hold it! She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage, ever? Press harder? Why did you take such special care of the car? How could you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car? Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright?
Well, Miss Minnie, what kind of car was it?
Alright, so... yeah, there's kind of these things called car washes. They're used to clean cars when they get dirty. It was a new car? Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK.
Oh, really? The UK? Was that her boyfriend's initials?
And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year before it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. Press harder? But I really don't know anything about cars. But I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor.
Yes?
Please append what the witness has just said to her testimony.
You mean the part about being a special car from overseas?
Yes.
Well, if you like cars that much, then...
That's not my point. Though to be honest, I don't know what the point is, either. I know what the point is.
Miss Minnie, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever. Hold it! I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it! So yes, where am I supposed to pick a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive and their driver's seat is opposite to their cars here in the States. That's the important thing. It would seem that there is no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This old steering wheel on the right side thing. It's kind of goofy, isn't it? What do you know? That's sleek shape, the purr, the end of the well way it starts, and it's smooth at the... Whoa. Whoa. Ugh, forgive me. Calm down there. Personality really changes at the drop of a hat. Isn't it the tip of a hat? Drop of a something else, isn't it? Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. Yep. Hold it! Was your sister good at driving? She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was going to be the, like, racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow, I think she bumped my question off track again. Just a little bit. Hold it! And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Like, yeah. I, like, immediately reached for the passenger's side door and fled, like, in a daze.
Sounds like you had a terrifying time.
There's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony. But we have to attack it, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to.
Do you really think so?
Do you really think so? Believe. There is a path. I know it. Just gotta believe. Me almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Because she basically is. Alright, so the contradiction here is the fact that the passenger seat and the driver's seat are reversed and in British cars, which I didn't really know. Well, I had an idea, but let's see. I think something about it. The right door. She says the right door here, not the passenger side door. Which, if it was a British car, that would mean she was driving. Objection! Miss Minnie, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger's seat, the left or the right?
Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side.
That would be if it were an American car, but it would be opposite in a British car, because British people are weird.
Opposite?
Two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Ah!
What do you mean by this?
Miss Minnie, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah! What does that mean?
Order. Order in the court. Order. 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 Act.
Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Innie said the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Minnie. That is what Innie said, yes. But that's where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we can connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Innie or Mimi? Innie or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? Well, was the passenger the one who survived? I can't remember. And the answer is Any-Mini, of course.
Why would you say that?
Miss Any-Mini just said so herself in her testimony. She said that she escaped from the car from the right side door, which would have been where the driver's seat was.
How?
I'm inclined to feel sorry for a foolish fool who foolishly spends his time foolishly. At that time, Miss Any-Mini and I received her driver's license. And that is why the accident happened. Hold it, Phoenix. Looks like you still don't see the real truth behind the accident. The real truth? Wait, did I get that backwards? Think outside the box. Isn't that what we always say? Alright, one more time. So you connect all the... Okay. Mini was driving. So the driver survived. Okay, the passenger is the one who died. I got that backwards. The answer is the one person who had a driver's license. Mini, of course. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
But you just said the witness, Miss Any-Mini, was on the driver's seat. Was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question. The next
question?
Who is the person standing on the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? This witness's name. The witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name is. Really is. Wow, half a penalty bar if we get this wrong. This witness's real name is... Attorney's Badge.
Mini.
Mini, that is your real name.
Objection!
Objection! Of all the foolish stribble. Then how do you explain her appearance? When she was admitted into the hospital, this witness was suffering severe facial burns. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, they used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No!
But Mini, she died in the car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. But then, the body they found at the crash site. That was the body of the real Any-Mini. Isn't that right, Miss Mini? Just admit it already. You're not Any-Mini. You're Mini. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died at that night was Any-Mini. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face, and was reborn as Any. You know what that means, guys. Mini can't be channeled if she's not dead. With this, she effectively erased Mini from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you mean? Ah!
What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of her nurse that died in the crash, Mini. However, that would not have been possible, because Mini was still, in fact, alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So, this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And, in that moment, his fate was sealed. Fate is a cruel thing sometimes.
Well, Miss Miss Von Karma. Eek!
Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? So sad. That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mini. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close.
But why? Why would you go so far to throw away yourself? To become your own sister?
I think I understand why. Mimi Minnie wanted herself to disappear because of this. It's just the, Take that! That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Minnie. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Minnie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. That was her last chance. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Wow.
Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming any has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all.
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here. Why did you set a murderous revenge plot into motion? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help you with the plan? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fey. This is preposterous! I'm perfect! Me, Franziska von Karma! I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is.
Yow! Oh! Ah!
One more for good measure. Oh, there goes Phoenix. Down for the count. Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud, a sham.
Now then. Looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty.
Yay! Woohoo! Maya's not guilty. Again.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Yay! We did it! Congratulations, Maya. Sis! Aw, it's so cute. It's so cute. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis. I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. Alright. Sweet. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Minnie had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out on another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. What? I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Miss Mimi with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... what was the plan? What was the... I know what it is. I mean, I know what the answer is, I just can't remember what the evidence is we have to present here. Alright guys, I'm actually going to look this one up. Just because if I get it wrong, I can't, like, go back. So, sorry guys, I'm a terrible person. Don't hurt me. I swear it won't happen again. Alrighty. I'm doing this on my phone, by the way, so... Come on. Stupid thing. Da, 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 da. Meanwhile, you can enjoy the nice happy music. Alright, let's see. Come on, where's this stupid thing? Oh, of course. I knew it was a profile. It's Pearl. Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born in the Crane village. Right, it's winning Maya out of the way. And that person will be you, Maya. But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? The Branch family. My aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Ah! Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearl's would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. What? Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying... I thought so. Whoa! What? Well then. Well, what's solitary confinement cell? 13. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of Kurain, my dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor, who was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. Ah, some nice foreshadowing. Interesting. Anyways, guys, with that kind of ominous note there, it's time to end off the second case of Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like rating, comment, subscribe, and all that wonderful stuff. And this has been ISmileyzI, guys, and I do hope you have a wonderful day. Peace out.